I'm a peacock, Ma. You gotta let me fly.
Now where were we? Oh yeah, back at school, Billy Babbitt is trying to put the moves on Jessica.
I want you to take all the time that you need with your project. You're a very good student.
Grinshaw's investigation leads him out to a farm where he asks the farmer a few questions about the chains.
My wife would know.
Well, can I talk to her?
She's dead.
I'm sorry.
So I take it after she died you got rid of Courage, your cowardly dog?
If you could think of anything, I'd appreciate a call.
Now that I think about it, my wife was awfully friendly with that neighbor. Awful friendly. Oh, you were talking about the chains, weren't you?
Meanwhile, after doing some research on the internet, Jessie comes to the conclusion that everyone who got the chain letter is being targeted. I don't know how she came to that conclusion. It must be her vampire power. That and breaking salad bowls.
You gotta pass it on.
Remembering Rebecca deleted the chain letter from her phone at the funeral, Jessie tries to call her, but Rebecca's busy taking a bath, giving all the desperate and deprived audience members their gratuitous nude scene.
What? Listen, I haven't been laid in 3 years. I look forward to these scenes.
Worried, Jessica calls Rebecca's brother Neil and asks him to meet her at his house. Hearing something downstairs, Rebecca goes to check it out and runs right into the killer. She manages to make her way back upstairs and locks herself in the bathroom. There's a window right there. Why don't you use it to escape?
Looks like her stress relief bath turned into a splitting headache.
At the crime scene, Jessica tells Crimshaw about the chain letters they all received.
Jesse, can you forward this chain letter from your phone? I want you to send it to this address. And then send it to me. Here's my email.
Are you sure?
Because this is the third murder by the same guy, pretty much making it a serial killing, the FBI sends in a profiler named Wiggums to help out with the case.
You like it so far? Big change from New York, huh?
Yeah, it's different, but I'm
Okay, I know this isn't really important, but what the fuck is that on his computer screen? Did he sit on his keyboard? Is it some type of code? Does he like just looking at random letters? Is it ancient hieroglyphics? What the fuck? Why would anybody put that up there? It's not important, so you might as well just leave the screen blank. Why would you have some random letters up there? I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about because I'm too busy trying to figure out what the fuck that says.
Yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
okay. Right? Sure.
There's no words there.
These chains are key. Always chains, always the same kind. Well, somehow it reminds me of a radical group a few years back.
Hold on.
Okay, like the rest of this movie, this scene is drawn out, so let me sum it up for you. Crimshaw believes that the killer used to belong to a group called Antec, a group which hated technology. The two theorize that the guy is using technology to fight fire with fire by sending chain letters to people and killing those who don't send it. That way it'll force others to send it and...
Went to Yale.
What?
Taught at Berkeley.
That is the most complicated, idiotic, convoluted plan to get rid of technology I've ever heard in my life! Chain letters spread, which mean the more that are sent, the more he has to keep track of. And eventually chain letters spread worldwide. Who is going to do when someone on the opposite coast deleted a chain letter? Walk cross country?
You are correct. It does not compute.
Jessica meets up with Michael and Neil and tells them that there's a virus in the chain letter that has infected the electronics, allowing the killer to track them.
Who do you think got the first message?
Who did he send it to, Daniel? He sent me the message, all right? He said it was a game, and I sent it to you guys. You know how that feels? You want to know what that... Okay, all right, I'll show you what that fucking... What are you doing, man?
I sent you the message. You got it.
Damn, that's fucked up. Michael just got owned. I haven't seen anyone get owned this bad since Superman pulled one over on Batman.
Clark, you dick. That night, after getting bombarded with chain letters, Neil flips out and decides not to send anymore.
What the fuck you play games with me? Kill my goddamn sister? James, fucking delete this. Delete the fucking message, man. Why don't you come and get me?
What? You mean he was on his roof the whole time and nobody could see him? What the neighbors think? They were getting their roof fixed? And isn't his house a crime scene? And where the fuck are his parents?
It just raises too many questions.
Jessica calls Neil and tells him to send her the email and then to erase all his accounts and destroy any electronics that he has. She then calls Crimshaw, who was out on a lead given to him by the farmer he met earlier.
Crenshaw, I know these are our guys. They're an old cult that grew in the 20th century. They call themselves technology terrorists.
Really, movie? Really? Technology terrorists? That's the best you can come up with. Then again, I guess it's not too far-fetched considering PETA just started a campaign against Tabuki Mario.
You know, just when I think that we can't get dumber as a species, one group always has to come along and prove me wrong.
Searching an abandoned warehouse, Crimshaw comes across the missing kid from earlier who was tied up with chains. Tripping a laser beam, he sets off a trap that sets the kid on fire.
Looks like their only witness just went up in smoke.
Crimshaw gets a phone call telling him that the profiler who showed up was a fake and the real one is dead, and at this point he starts to put together that the profiler, the teacher, and the farmer are all in on it, and then he gets knocked out. Well, that's what you get for not taking any backup with you. Michael tries to call Jessica on her cell phone, but after she sent the chain letter to Crimshaw, she immediately smashed her cell phone, so all he can get is her voicemail.
Look, I need you to call me back as soon as possible, because I'm seriously worried about you, alright? I don't know if this whole sending the chain letter things to you was a good idea. Just call me back as soon as you get this, alright? If not, I'll be there early in the morning.
As opposed to coming by and staying the night and making sure you're okay, because I really don't care that much, but I want it to seem like I did, so when you're dead, they don't come around looking for me thinking I had anything to do with it.
Jessica goes to bed, bringing us to the next morning, which is the beginning scene of this film.
God damn it! Why couldn't our parents be getting a divorce? I could have made a CSI splitting up joke. Oh yeah. This movie sucks!
The concept this movie is based on is enough for it to be a piece of horse shit, but then it has tons of other problems on top of it. The sound is all over the place. Sometimes you gotta turn the damn thing all the way up just to hear what they're saying, and then a second later it's blasting your eardrums out. The acting goes from underplayed to over the top depending on which cast member is doing what. I mean, there are times when the acting is passable, but not enough to make this thing watchable. The characters in this movie are bland, especially the teens. The only reason I knew what roles they were supposed to play was because of the way they were dressed. I don't even know what sport Brad plays. For all I know, he can play pinochle. I just assumed it was football because that's standard in horror movies. I'm not saying you have to have these great in-depth characters, but I should at least be able to tell which name goes to which character without looking at IMDbM. Well, at least they didn't kill the black guy. I guess that's the only cliche they wanted to break away from.
I'm Don Perignon saving you.
Mail.
Son of a bitch! I swear to God, when I find out who's sending me these fucking chain letters, I'm gonna send my size 12 shoe up their proverbial ass! hurt! Let me hurt!
What the fuck was that about?